where a mommy and her precious son point a gun at Leo. Our next post is from Phoenix with a gun. This happened last week, so I'm still trying to process it. First off, I love firearms. Almost everything about them. The sound, the kick, the muzzle flash. What I don't like? When an irresponsible person gets their hands on one. Because when fools have guns, people die. So when I saw a privileged woman and her 9-year-old son at the shooting range, I was actually happy at first. This kid was being taught early, which is great. I set up at my station right next to them. The mom and son seemed polite enough until I saw the mother aim her loaded handgun directly at me. I jumped aside and shouted, "Keep it down range." She scoffed, "It's not loaded." I shot back, "I don't care. Treat every gun like it's loaded. Always." I had 2 firearms with me, my Springfield XD40 compact handgun and my AR-15. The boy stepped up to shoot. He fired a few rounds, then set the gun down, pointed straight at me. Being new and young, I calmly told him, "Always keep the muzzle downrange. Safety first." He nodded, adjusted the gun. Then, whack, a hard slap to the back of my head. "Don't talk to my son like that," she snapped. "I'm teaching him. If someone gets hurt here, they'll shut this place down. Don't speak to me that way." She stepped forward and hit me again. That's when I slowly hovered my hand over my XD40 compact, still resting on the table. She got the message and backed up. When it was her turn to shoot, she pulled the trigger. Nothing happened. Then, without hesitation, she pointed the gun at me again. I yelled, "Keep it down range. If it misfires, it could still go off." "Shut up, jackass," she snapped. I returned to shooting my handgun, only to see, once more, that her weapon was aimed at me. Worse, she was fiddling with the trigger. For those who don't know, the only time you point a gun at someone is if you believe your life is in immediate danger. I wasn't there yet, but I was close. I called over the range safety officer. He reprimanded her, and she listened. Until she did it again. Now I raised my own gun. "What the F are you doing? Keep your weapon down range." The range safety officer rushed over, disarmed her, and took the firearm. She lunged at him, trying to choke him. So I stepped in, took the gun from the officer, and immediately field stripped it, just in case. I checked. Safety was on, but the magazine was full. I aimed my handgun at her. "Get on your knees, hands behind your head. Now." "You'll regret this, you bastard," she screamed. I turned to the boy. "Son, don't repeat anything you heard today until you're older." Back to her. "Go ahead, sue me. I'll show you the security footage." The range safety officer called the police. When they arrived, I voluntarily field stripped both of my guns. I was cuffed, questioned, then released after securing my firearms in their cases. The entitled mother was screaming like a maniac as she was hauled away. The boy was crying. I approached him gently to calm him. She shrieked, "He's trying to kidnap my son!" I stepped back, hands raised. The cops closed the car door. They contacted the boy's father. I'm still waiting for the court date. I'll update when I hear. One thing screams entitled parent louder than anything. How dare you stop my perfect child from nearly killing you? Our next post is from Chase. One of my aunts always played the hero, solving everyone's problems, but used my cousin, Lena, as the actual worker, always for free. If someone insisted on paying, the aunt kept the money. Need a babysitter, a ride, house cleaned, yard mowed, errands run? Oh, my daughter can do that. To my aunt, Lena existed solely to serve her. Lena was her ultimate trophy. This aunt was entitled long before the term became popular. It was just her personality. My mom couldn't stand her younger sister, so we avoided her, but stayed in touch with her husband and daughter. My uncle lived farther south, so we tried to dodge visits when the aunt was around. On this trip, I was staying with Lena for a couple of weeks that summer. We planned to do touristy things. But the entitled aunt saw the university being closed as a green light to treat Lena like free labor. One day, Lena had had enough. She was supposed to run errands for one of the aunt's friends, but told her mom she had plans. Her mom, as usual, acted like she'd already agreed and expected obedience. She simply didn't go. That's it. My mom and I arrived about 10 minutes before the phone rang. The aunt called, and even though this was the landline era, she screamed so loudly we could hear both sides, ha 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 ha. How dare you embarrass me in front of my friends? Call Mrs. Nobody and apologize immediately. You're grounded for a month. No car. Now make that call and run those errands. Anyone want to explain how she was supposed to do that without the car? Lena replied, Mom, I'm 22. I don't live with you. You don't pay my bills. You don't own my car. You run the errand. I have plans. My mom was nervous leaving us, but it was a mom thing, and she knew her sister. Still, we left. Went to a water park, had fun. We returned chatting about dinner. My mom insisted on treating us to a fancy place that night. We got back, and Lena's car was gone. She called her mom. Where's my car? Yes, I have it. Your father brought me over to check if you'd obeyed me. You weren't home. I'm keeping it for a month, but Mrs. Nobody can borrow it since you were so awful to her. Mom, that's stealing. I want my car back now, or I'm reporting it stolen. No, Mrs. Nobody needs a car. I'm your mother. What I say goes. You need to learn respect. I'm in charge. You're still a child. You don't own anything. It's mine because I'm your mother. The police will just arrest you for wasting their time. Lena hung up, looked at me, tears of rage in her eyes. Opie, if I call the cops, she'll know you're here. I can live with that. The fallout will be its own story. She dialed 911, reported her car stolen, gave the location. Mike, her boyfriend, drove us over. We weren't missing this show. Cops knocked. The aunt answered. Officers, what can I do for you? Ma'am, the vehicle matches a stolen report. It's my car. I took it from my daughter because she's grounded for being disobedient and disrespectful. I see. May we speak with her? The aunt smirked. She doesn't live here. But the officers noticed us across the street. You three, come over here. Emily said, I called. It's my car. My mother thinks she controls me and it. It's my car. I'm her mother. She has to obey me. It's the law. Officer, ma'am, there's no such law. Your daughter is an adult. There is a law. I'll report you to your chief. I might even sue. May I see the registration and your license? Lena handed them over. Ma'am, this car is registered solely to your daughter. It's her property. You have no right to take it. The aunt snatched Lena's license from the officer, looked at the registration, then ripped the license into pieces and slammed the door. The officers exchanged glances, shrugged, and rang again. Ma'am, I need you to return the license. She held up the shredded pieces. Now she can't drive. She needs to learn. Then she spotted me. Chase, what are you doing here? Just visiting my cousin. You didn't get my permission. I don't need it. My mom isn't here. I can visit who I want. Ma'am, you are under arrest for destruction of government property. Destroying a valid license is a felony. What? You can't arrest me. I'm her mother. I have rights. Yes, you do, but not over her property or person without consent. Do you understand? I'm her mother. That gives me the right. No, ma'am. I'm in charge here. Case held over for trial. A week later, she took a plea deal, 2 years probation and mandatory parenting classes. Mike's idea. The prosecutor loved it. We laughed because Lena was an only child. Lena and Mike married a year later and moved far away. This was 30 years ago. The aunt still claimed the judges were incompetent. Some entitled parents treat their kids like gods. Others treat them like slaves. This is classic R/raised by narcissist behavior. If you like this story, I recommend that sub. I don't cover those stories here. It's a support space. Be respectful. Lurk. Only post if you've lived it. But the stories there, insane. Our next post is from Blaze. 2 for 2.
I work at a local grocery store. We get all kinds of idiots. But this mom, she wins. She came to my register, loading items onto the belt. She gave her kid a box of Oreos. He tore into it like a wild animal. She snatched it back. Then turned to me. "I'm sorry, can I get a refund for these?" "Ma'am, you haven't bought them yet." "Yes, I have, and I can't use them now. Refund." "Ma'am, I can't refund something you haven't purchased." "You will give me a refund." Then she pulled out a taser and waved it at me. I hit the silent alarm. Cops were on the way. "Give me my refund, you idiots!" "Let me get the manager. Maybe he can help." "Fine, go get the frickin' manager." I hid in the office, terrified. Cops arrived in 4 minutes. She was arrested. Worst Friday ever? Maybe. But hey, Opie, at least she didn't point a gun at you. And if you don't subscribe, I'll tell every entitled parent on that subreddit you insulted their precious baby. Enjoy getting tased, then shot, then tased again. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like and subscribe for more heartfelt and powerful stories. Your support means a lot.